Alright, so I've got another little Marshadow update for you guys. I put a post up asking why cards jump in price so much because I just pulled this one seemingly at the same time as it was experiencing quite a lot of attention. And I was asking for sort of like the reasons as to why. And a lot of you guys gave some really cool reasons and a lot of really cool takes on it. So I thought I'd share a few of those. But first, just an update. I checked out, and the price does seem to have dropped a little bit. So I do think that a lot of what you guys were saying with it maybe coming back down to sort of to a steady point is going to happen. But I did also see the prices of the PSA 10 were starting to become apparent, and it was at $800, and now it's at $769 in PSA 10, which is so wild. And correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys, but I've just seen it on one of the apps that I've got. Thought I'd talk about some of the theories as to why this has popped up or jumped up so much in value. Now, the funny one that makes me laugh the most is that it's Pikachu tags, which is just hilarious because Pikachu is looking pretty iconic in this card. That one made me laugh. Another one is that it's a bit of market manipulation from, I guess, a group of people who really like the card or have decided to hedge their bets on this card, and they've bought up a lot of them in order to create scarcity of it, and then they've driven the price up by selling it, I guess, for more a lot more money than it's worth. And I don't know whether they buy it off each other and that's how they drive up the price or not. I don't know, but that was an interesting take, and I kind of can see how that could probably happen. I think a similar scenario where this happened was the Seismitoad, which I wasn't really in the hobby at that point, so I don't really know too much about it, but that card also looks pretty cool. And now the other theory that I saw that I thought was quite interesting is that there is actually another card that I think has Marshadow and Pikachu in, if I'm correct. And I think maybe it's a continuation on that, but the full art version. So I think maybe it was always going to pop off as much as it has done for that reason. So yeah, those are just some of the reasons. I thought the whole thing's been very entertaining. I will make mention of the fact that in a way, it's kind of, some of this isn't great. Some of this isn't amazing. In the fact that like, you know, it does make it really difficult, particularly for, you know, the younger generation, with the prices of these cards being so crazy and maybe people manipulating the market with them and things like that. And so there is definitely like another side to it that I don't maybe agree with as much, particularly as it's making the hobby super expensive. But for the most part, like, I quite like to focus on like the good stuff around the hobby, like so much of the community like to do. And you know what, I have to give it to it. It's an incredible card. It's an incredible piece of artwork, and you know, I love the effect. And like I said, Pikachu is just looking so iconic in the bottom there, like half out of frame.